Yo, let's get this thing going now. Got the clapper up there, but let's take this clapper off, man. We're just gonna get this thing going one way or another. First and foremost, I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in to the Law Nation channel, supporting me throughout the ups and downs. And this season right here, although it seems grim a little bit, but we still cool, right? 5-4. We still got a uphill battle. Hey, if we win the next few games here, the outcome can look a little bit different. But if we look at it from another perspective, even if we lose this game coming up this Sunday night, we still in good shape, right? 5-5. We would dream to be like this in 2015, but we don't need to shut the door from here. This game falls on the shoulders of Dak Prescott. We all know that my guy, number 77, he's not healthy. We understand that. So Bell must step up. These guys got to step up. What was missing last game, believe it or not, these wide receiving core. We need to figure out a way for the wide receivers to catch the ball when it comes. Dak Prescott, of course, he may not put the ball in the right spots at times. He's still a sophomore, and we got to give him that, you know. But collectively, he still have the temperament to win games, and the shoulders of this game have to rest on him, you know, or the weight of the shoulders is going to have to rest on him. This Eagles team is nobody to play with. I think I saw a stat that they didn't play really nobody with a winning record, right? To look at it outside of Kansas City, and they lost that game. But how did Kansas City beat them? Time of possession, they controlled the ball, the Hunt kid was running, and that's what we really need to do for this Cowboys team. Figure out a way, whether it's Darren McFadden, whether it's Morris, whether it's the other kid Smith, or even the fullback Smith. We got to figure out a way to run the ball. If we don't run this ball, we're going to lose this game. That's the bottom line. Yes, we don't have Sean Lee out there. Yes, we don't have the all-pro kicker. Yes, we understand those things, but you got to understand that if you don't realize and don't run the ball, then you're not going to win this game. This Philadelphia team is a momentum type of team. You got to punch them in the mouth. You got to hit them under the chin. You got to knock them out. That's what you got to do. It's Carson Wentz all-pro. Maybe the storybook's still on that, right? We got to figure this thing out. Salute to Knight 8907. Woods gets a pick. I'm calling it. Yeah, you know, he had a pick last game, right? Did he have a pick? I believe so. We didn't do anything. We didn't cash in. Well, I want to cash in now, baby. We got to cash this thing in. We got to figure out a way, one way or another, to score. Regardless of the situation, we have to score. We have to take time of the possession and run the freaking ball. When you're in the red zone, the end zone, money zone, you got to run the ball. If you don't do those things, then that's what's going to happen, guys. Shout out to Anthony Herrera and Roy, my boy Roy. Smith is out. They may have help on the left tackle. I think Bell, now not to give Chaz a pass, but all this offseason he was playing guard, right? His mindset, temperament that he had was a guard technique. He wasn't moving his feet, and his hand placement was all everywhere. I'm talking about Chaz Green. Now that we got a full week to digest everything what happened last week, I think Bell probably be a better outcome. You know, I think he had over 60 plus starts, right? In the NFL, that's something hard to do, right? 60 plus starts is hard to do. Shout out to Rodney. What's up, Law? What's up to you, fam? Salute to you and your family. Sleep Dave 585. I'm naked. I saw your notification. I just ran out of the shower. Put your clothes on. All right. What is this? Flaming King Kid? Yes, he did. He did only score our only touchdown. That's Dak Prescott. He must show up this game, right? And then, you know, we can look back at this Philadelphia Eagles. We look at the weakness point of this opposition. DBs got to figure out a way to exploit the defensive backs. Yes, they got. Then of course they got their Hicks guy that hurt Wormhole. You remember that guy, right? I think that he's not playing, right? So we got to figure out a way to, one way or another, exploit their defense. That's by attacking their DBs and also attacking that middle seam on their linebacking core. This should be a big game for my guy, number 82. We ready for him, you know. He have been missing lately, you know. We got to figure out something for him, you know. Unless we're gonna have the clapper again. Let me fix my guy and the clapper up, you know. But it's one of those things, man. You know, last video we was talking about Garrett, his philosophy and his coaching. If he don't, he have a whole week, man, to game plan. If we still see the same mundane game plan, then we in trouble, guys. We need to figure out a way. If that star don't shine bright that's above me right now, then we in big trouble, guys. Star need to shine bright, and if that star don't shine bright, then we gonna have to figure out something, you know. But let me see what else who we have in the chat box. Shout out to Galvin. Law Nations, we have to stop the run early. They can use the play action. I mean, somehow, some way, if they don't stop, if the thing is, to me personally, I think that their quarterback lives off the play action, lives off the run, the read option. He's a big guy, number 11. He's poised in a way. I don't see him getting fluttered or off beat as often. So he's not going to be like the Alex Smiths of the world, and whoever other quarterbacks would be, Carson Palmer. He's not going to be those type of quarterbacks, right? So he's one of those guys that he will give you the ball, you know. So what we have to do is limit the chances of him having the ball, because he's crafty, he's smart. This kid was what, second pick collectively. So I mean, I hear all the Eagles fans out there, the winless Super Bowl Eagle fans out there, those who jumping from bandwagon to bandwagon, the Eagle fans. You know, you got a few faithful, loyal Eagle fans out there, but collectively, let's be honest, these Eagles fans, I digress, you know. And their football knowledge and IQ is so diminutive. It's just crazy when they start lamenting the fact that their team is better than all this stuff. When, you know, show me when your team is better, and I will listen. I will shut the hell up and I will listen. But I digress. No rings to Eagles fans. I'm just gonna leave that play in it. I'm gonna just leave that play out in your mind. But the thing is, with Carson Wentz, he will give up the ball on third and long, third down, what have you. What you have to do with Carson Wentz is have him playing from behind, basically. Lately, they've been playing. They play, like I tell everybody, it's a momentum type of team. They live on the momentum. If you can switch that around, we got our backs against the wall. Vegas got us a negative. Well, they got the Eagles a +7, right? So if we can figure out a way, right, to punch them in the mouth, special teams have to step up. To me personally, I don't think Ryan Switz is the key. I don't think he's going to be able to run one back. I thought he was a little quicker than what he was out there doing preseason and his college tape. But if we can figure out a way for us to score somewhere on special team, whether it be picking up a fumble and running it in or fumbling their guy, somehow, you know, if we can figure out those things, we will win this game. But if we 59-60, Silver, man, you need to go back to sleep, right? BK Knight, I can't say your name on here. Wish we had more weapons. What type of weapons you talking about? You know, all right. Let's look at it from this angle, right? I know I ain't doing one of these live shows in a long time with just me on the helm, right? But this is my flavor, right? Thing is, with our offensive line, you still have Travis Frederick, you have Zach Martin. Lyle Collins, he's stepping it up, you know, although he's raw in a lot of aspects. It's his first year playing full, solid right tackle. So we're going to have those little growing pains. We knew that from coming in. That is enough to win this game. You can scheme and coach up the rest, you know. You can scheme, put an extra guy on the opposite side. You can actually run towards the blitz. For the life of me, the solution to wide 9 was to run right towards it. You know, you had the trenches and they had the alleys and the ways wide open. I don't know, for the life of me, they ran the ball very, very, very diminutive on that side. Free agency, we need a receiver that can spread the field. We've been looking for a receiver to spread the field since Rocket Ismail. One can argue and say Terry Glenn was that guy, but we It's been a minute since we had a fast receiver. Yeah, someone can say Lucky Whitehead, but he couldn't catch. And number 19, he's so fickle in his routes. So I don't know. I don't know if you can find a rookie next year. I don't know if you can find somebody. To me personally, I think we should go out for a proven commodity, right? Somebody that did that before, like you said, free agency. But this team is so snake bitten, so scared of just jumping out on a limb or a whim for a fast, flashy type of player that they don't dance that much no more in free agency. So that's our Achilles heel there. I think we snake bitten. I think we too scared to go out and just make these bold moves and make things happen. We saw teams like the Eagles that we finna play. They went out and they made those adjustments. Now, will they get bitten from in the end? Maybe so. Look at the Giants. They made all those moves. I think it's a $200 million defense that they got. And look how many games they're winning. So they only had that one opening of a window, and that was last year, and it shut. So I don't know. I think the Giants going to be able to try to look for a quarterback in the next year draft, or they're going to try to go out and grab a running back. Saquon Barkley. They're going to pull a page from the Cowboys, a la the Saints. You see how the Saints doing, right? That's the Cowboys page. We got Drew Brees. Going to run the ball, short pass. Then pass the ball. Let Drew Brees manage the ball that way. Keep the opposition off the field. We got a knowledgeable, smart quarterback. Basically, that's the page from the Cowboys playbook. And then you have that coach facilitating that team out there. But this is not Saints talk, but you guys get y'all get my drift, right? What else we have in the chat box? We have Flame King or Flame King Kid. Need another middle linebacker. We was right there. You guys saw how I spilled out my thoughts about that passing up on the what is it, kid? Foster kid? I forgot his name. The linebacker that the 49ers got. I forgot his name. I wanted that kid so bad when we got Taco, and I knew without a shadow of a doubt, I knew for sure. As I looked at the evaluation of the film of Taco, I knew for sure that this guy is going to be a project. He didn't have the explosiveness, his legs, his balance, he just wasn't there. And everybody was saying, oh, Taco, Zeke eating, Taco going to be eating on the other side and all this stuff. And I'm sitting there like, man, what film are you guys watching? Sat back and I said, okay, we'll watch. But I digress. Foster, yeah, that was his name. Thanks. Shout out to my guy, Roy. Always coming in through the clutch, yeah. But Ruben would have fit so well. Think about it. I think Sean Lee is like 30, 31, going on 32. That's long in the tooth, man. You know for sure he wasn't going to give you another 16 games. They should have known that last year. Yeah, he should have known that. So, who's this? Malik Jefferson, linebacker from UT. Hello, Newman. I'm gonna look him up. I really don't follow. This is how I roll with it. If a game is on TV and I'm watching it, I'm looking at the team, especially if it's SEC. I'm really watching it. But until we mathematically eliminated from the playoff, or we just somehow win the Super Bowl, then that's when I do the draft reviews. But I'm gonna pencil that guy in. You said Malik Jefferson. I'm really gonna look him up, and hopefully, he can fall to us. Because the problem is with us. We pick so late in the draft, because all these years we was going 8-8. We was always picking in the 16th or the 17th pick or the 24th pick. We just really was never picking in the 9 and the 10 slots, But yeah, hey guys, don't forget to check out my guy Mark Holmes. He in Dallas. I wish I was able to. I wish I was going to be able to come out and celebrate and kick it out and hang with him at the tailgate at the tavern. But I got family I got to take care of. Things like that. So a lot of things. But was it Daddy Chevy? Secondaries just need to play more games together. If you really look at it, yeah, I agree with you 1000%. Yeah, the secondary, it's young. We have yet to see Cheeto play with Woods, right? We had yet to see Cheeto play with Lewis on a more permanent basis, right? When all this stuff processes through, when all this stuff comes through, we might be on to something. We really might be on to something. Law Nation, the Packers have a bad team, but the Rodgers carried them and the late pick, so they can be improved. They can't be improved. This is from Gavin Roche. I think I murdered whatever you were saying. Yeah, Rodgers kind of put them just to win just enough games so they won't get the best picks, and it could be like a rich man Romo theory, because Rodgers, Green Bay's been collectively winning more than when Romo was doing that. The 8-8s, the 8-8s, the 8-8s, whatever it was. We were going through that stretch, that 10-6 season that we had. I believe. I think we went like 7-something. But it's just one of those things. Can you give me a shout out? Yeah, that's Maria Vega. Luke, follow the page. Maria Vega. Barry B. Cowboys going to pick after the 20th in the draft. Yeah, that kind of sucks and blows if you picked around the 20th or the 24th or 25th round. You really don't get that cream of the crop player. And the only thing you can hope for is like maybe a third round to blossom or fourth round. That's where Will McClay been coming at. That's where Will McClay been coming strong at, on the third and the fourth. One of those project type of players, those undrafted type of players. Simus 1974 Baby Doomsday is coming, Law Nation. It's just a growing pain season for us Cowboys. Yeah, you're right, man. You 1,000 degrees right, brother. My brother from another mother, man. These growing pains, we wasn't ready for it though. If I was to tell you, man, that you would have to wait 3 years for Taco to blossom, is it really worth it? Do you want somebody now? Do you want that instant meal, or you want that steak right now? But as soon as the steak get ready, all the other stuff is kind of cold. So it's just one of the, I know it's a very horrible analogy, but basically that's what it is. We have a team that's missing one or two guys, and we so snake bitten from the free agency. We so scared to pull the trigger. You know what I mean? It kind of reminds me of Tupac. My hands on the straps of praying, so Father, please forgive me. You know what I'm saying? Police be rushing when they see me. I flounder America's Most Wanted live on TV like pleasure and pain. I'm stuck in this game. Holler my name, we all gonna die, but we bleed through several veins. We scared to pull the trigger, and that's what we gotta do. We gotta pull this trigger in order to make things, in order for this process to go. And we so scared. Can you imagine if we'd have pulled the trigger on Calais Campbell, right? This kid he's not a kid. This giant, this mammoth of a man is leading in sacks. Can you imagine having that paired up with D-Law and what he's doing right now, right? Hindsight is 2020. But can you imagine who else is just showing off? Maybe you go out and you grab that. Think about this. You had Calais Campbell, you had D-Law on the first 4 weeks of the game. You know what David Irvin was going to bring, right? And if you was to draft right and had Reuben Foster out there, and you know for sure Sean Lee is not going to make the 16 weeks, right? That's what you call insurance. Now, of course, they didn't see the Damian Wilson situation. They didn't see Hicks getting hurt. And now, of course, we putting all our money into the middle of the table with Jalen Smith. But Jalen Smith, I'm going to tell you guys, I'm going to be honest. It's going to be 3 years before he's going to be able to show something. Next year, he probably be, right now, he's explosive enough. But next year, he'd probably be right at the cusp of emerging to showing out. And then that third year, that's when he's going to be something, right? But that's going to be what? Time is going to be passed by that time. And we just don't know for what we're going to have. The other teams are getting stronger. And don't sleep on the Redskins, Don't sleep on them. We need DJ Calhoun to check out his highlights. Yeah, I need to check out his DJ Calhoun. What position he played? That's from Tyrus Atkins. Shout out to you. Steve, salute to you. Law, how do you feel about drafting a left tackle? You know, at some point, Steve, you're right. At some point, regardless of how you want to swallow this pill, you can try to go the Tom Brady method, Peyton Manning method of not having. Well, Peyton Manning had Marvin Harris, so I'm not gonna say that. At some point, the door, the opportunity is closing shut. Oh my God, there's Brian who catching the ball on this highlight, that gift that's going up above my head. At some point, we're gonna have to find somebody who can run a freaking route. Terrence Williams, yes, he can run routes, but he can't get off on his release. There's Brian, no, he can't run routes, but he can catch the jump ball. Cole Beasley, yes, he can run routes, but he's 5'8", 145 pounds, probably, give or take 150, 160, whatever he is, you know. We just don't have that longevity. And then I didn't mention Jason Witten, the old reliable. We need to figure out Will Zeus, the guy number 80. I forgot his name. Look, I'm about to say Martellus Bennett. What's that kid name? Rico Gathers. Will Rico Gathers step up? Will he know the proper inline block? Will he be able to know his assignment? Those small things that those intangibles that we can't see. Will he step it up? See, this offense is really in trouble. You know what I mean? I'm just telling you guys the truth, man. I just don't want to. Jade Cook, Jada, what's up? What's good, bro? What we were talking about today? Yeah. Law Nation, what do you think of Jalen Smith? This is from NNMF. My thing is, I just said what I thought about Jalen Smith is that he's a project guy. If you don't think he'll be good next season, what do you think? This is from Gavin. If the Cowboys don't do good next season, I think Garrett is gone. Could be. Depending on how the bottom falls out on this, he could be gone this year. But they're not going to get rid of Jason Garrett. I think other players, other coaches just don't want to deal with Jerry. That's how you're going to have to figure this thing out. Who's going to be willing to deal with Jerry? And you know, that's just how it goes from there. But back to the Eagles game. In order to win this game, for those who just not joining in, you must run the ball. You must set the pace, regardless of whether or not it's Rod Smith back there, Morris, or Darren McFadden. To me personally, I really want to see Darren McFadden out there. For some reason, I feel like take the bubble wrap off, whatever he did, get over it, put him out there on the field, let this guy run the ball. I want to see a new wrinkle. And then you can put the mix of Rod Smith out there and sprinkle Alfred Morris out there. That will be the best deal. And no, hello Newman, Singletary will not go to the Cowboys. I think he's a loyal guy of 49ers. He's a loyal guy of the Chicago Bears. And I think his temperament, his pedigree, his thought, his process, his whole thinking temperament doesn't gel well with the media in Dallas. It doesn't gel well with Jason, not just Garrett, but Jerry Jones and his whole staff and his collective family. He's just not PC ready. The only person that I can probably lean towards is maybe the Smith kid. Not the Smith kid. I'm talking like I'm 59, 100 years old. The Smith coach who coached Tampa Bay and they ran him out. What's his name? And he's a Cowboys fan too as well. I think Lovie Smith. Somebody like that of that ilk. Or maybe, just maybe, and just maybe you can call Tony Dungy. He got a rapport with Rob Marinelli. Maybe Tony Dungy. But that's not going to happen, guys. You know. But Martin, what was it? McCausland. The Cowboys win, I will never do or say anything bad again for the rest of my life. On Jason Garrett, right? Oh yeah. Keys offense: run the ball, stretch the pace of the game. Defense: stop the run, force wins to throw the whole game without play action. That is possible, man. that is possible if you can force Wentz to, if you take play action away from him, right? But see, let me tell you how the Eagles front staffing was so smart with this, right? They went and got that kid, right? He was one of the lockdown cornerbacks, and he was injured before the season started from Washington. Got his name. That's cool, you know. He was injured, So we're gonna put him in the Jalen Smith project plan, right? Put him on that. But we just didn't stop there, They went and attacked for some more linebackers, right? So, not linebackers, but defensive back. That was their weakness, As we look back at 2016, they knew for sure that defensive back was their weakness, right? But they didn't stop there. They went and got Darby, who's a aggressive cover corner who can play man and play pretty decent in zone. So they went and got somebody who's aggressive. They got Darby, right? Then they didn't stop there. I'm not trying to bloviate or puff up and pump up the damn Philadelphia Eagles, but what I'm saying is their staff, they found a way to get out of those horrible contracts with Marco Murray. They got out of the Bradford contract. They figure out a way to manipulate that salary structure to get to where they at now, right? So we look at them collectively. Sidney Jones, shout out to my guy Voch Lombardi. You guys know his channel, VOCH Lombardi. He spelled his own name out. You guys can see it on the screen. But the thing is with that, they figured out a way to put the pieces in the right places to get the answers that they needed, right? They knew for sure their Sproles were out. That was the Achilles heel for Wentz. So they said, what are we going to do? We're going to sacrifice some more picks. We don't care about that. We need somebody to help Blunt out. Because Blunt is a bruiser, a big back, right? That's their philosophy, right? Blunt is not their part of their philosophy, but they went and got Blunt during the offseason to be that mid to short, intermediate, red zone bruiser guy that put money on the board, right? So they went and do that. They did that, right? So they went back and they said, okay, my little scat back number 43 is injured, so what we do now? We got a mixture of both, of a Blunt and a number 43, whatever his name, the Sproles. And they went and got a Jahe for like a 4th or 5th round pick. Wouldn't a Jahe be pretty good right now on this team? Yeah, Will we do we really need a 4th or 5th round draft pick? No, we don't need that, because we got we got those compensatory picks galore next year, So I love what they front office doing. Then they got the Ertz and they got the other kid that can catch for the tight end. A tight end is always going to be a young quarterback best friend. They got all of that stuff, man. A speedy wide receiver. They got an up-and-coming Hollis kid from North Carolina who can catch the ball with his hands. They got everything you can probably imagine as far as your offense and putting things together, right? But the thing is, you still can punch them in the mouth, throw them off kilter, and win this game. That's the only thing that you can try to do. Who else in the house? Gavin, yeah, Ronald Darby, yeah. And who's it? Daddy Chevy. Look at the draft board from the past 2 to 3 years. We did good. Just play calling and better. Blah, blah. Yeah, I'm not saying that we didn't do good in draft, but we gotta admit, right? We did horrible in drafting wide receivers. Outside of what T. Will is doing, and Dez, that was almost a decade ago, right? When was the last time we drafted a stout receiver? We don't know. And then even if we do draft them, when are they going to give time out there to play, right? I'm just being real, man. I'm just not trying to cookie cutter this thing up. Number 85, he's just a poor man's Dez at this point. He's not as fast as Dez. Even coming out of college, he's not as fast as Dez. He's not as dominant as Dez. So if he's not as dominant or even equal to Dez, and of course he's drafted later on in the draft, 7th, 8th round. So not 8th round, but you know what I mean, But it's just a problem that we facing right now. Who's going to be the understudy? The only way that you can figure out this thing is you just go and possibly, and I mean possibly, go to free agency. But we've been snake bitten from that. Here's from Hello Newman. Yeah, you may get in the box. I'm gonna go back to Barry B. I hope the Clapper don't mess this game up. I digress on the clapper, right? And I'm telling you guys, I love Jason Garrett to a default. I love his temperament. I love his mantra of finish the fight. I love the fact that he's poised enough to handle the media and things like that, right? But sometimes it's just time for a new cup of tea, right? Hello, Newman. We have 3 bad contracts with Dez, Witten, Crawford, and we have to restructure them all. I will not restructure them all because reconstruct the contract, right? Try to reconstruct the contract. The problem is with that, it's just spreading that debt out. 4 years. Somehow you're gonna climb up under it. Now you're playing with dead money. Time to cut it. And that's not gonna work out for it. We need to get off this skid. Let me see what else we have to mention here with this game. Prediction of the score, right? We will win if we control time of possession, turnovers, which it sounds like a broken record, time of possession, turnover plus if we run. I'm not really worried about passing the ball heavily on the Eagles. I want us to run the ball. I want to attack the weakness. You can't pass rush if you're running the ball. Now, I do know that they got Jurg and Timmy Jurg and whoever that big plug that's in the middle. I still think that you can attack the edges. You can run on this team. They're missing Hicks. They're missing some weapons out there on the defensive back too as well. Run at them. And you have to get turnovers. Make it, keep it third and long. And I am leaning, and I'm really starting to leaning towards the fact that the NFL need to call holding at least one time. Please, NFL, can y'all call holding one time at least against the Eagles? You know, there's been 26 quarters that's equal to like 6 games or more of no hold call that's been called on the Cowboys. Cowboys opposition. Shout out to Voch Lombardi. I'm starting to think the Cowboys fan lead the league in snitching / tattletelling, police talking, because we are always pointing fingers. Well, when you point the finger, you got 3 pointing back at you, right? Yes, indeed, Voch, man. Voch, I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying, man. But the thing is with that, you know, we need to figure out some way, somehow. That's the score prediction. Everybody put your score prediction down in the box, and we'll see. Shout out to Tyrus, win in the trenches. Yeah. Byron Bell must step it up in order to win in his trenches. You're going to point the finger when you should be doing good. You're doing bad somehow. Yeah. See, T Will, to be honest, starting to look like second string wide receiver. They need to put Butler at number 2 spot. Wait a minute. T Will, to be honest, starting to look like a second. I don't know. Requote that. Darvin. Got 4 Pro Bowlers out, man. You know. Fox saying we got 4 Pro Bowlers out. All right. 24-21 Cowboys. All right, so that's going to be hard, man, to keep. You saying you're going this Cowboys defense minus Lee, minus probably quote unquote an experienced secondary is going to keep this team that averaged 30 to 34 points a game, 21 points. Must be one hell of a game, man. We'll see. Burn bar F the ego. We'll see, man. We'll see how all this planned out, man. I'm predicting. Let me see. I'm gonna let everybody else say. I think Chaz plays well. He had a bad game last week, but been his success in the past. All right, so but he's been successful in the past. Voch, he did had a bad game. And I went back earlier when I was talking about Chaz, is the fact that he was actually, Chaz was all this offseason, he was practicing trying to play guard, trying to win our guard position. And we all know that playing in the trenches, playing out there as an offensive lineman, you got to have continuity. You got to have poise, but and not just continuity. You gotta have a rhythm factor about it, right? Tempo, and you gotta have trust in yourself, right? You gotta have that type of mindset. And Chaz Green, he lost all that when he got Wally pipped by number 64. You know, now you put him right beside number 64, and in this mindset, like, this guy done beat me out in this position. You know, maybe that was playing in his mind. You know, maybe that was playing all in his mind. And if he get his feet set and kick out to the edge better, faster, and put the hand placement right, and then maybe like Jason Garrett, but maybe like Jerry Jones said, that wide nine, by them not even ever saying that before, threw them off. Establish the run. Daniel Stevenson, establish the run. I meant to say put Butler in second spot and have a bigger wideouts. I mean, my thing is with Butler, I haven't really dived into his film. I guess I'm just gonna look at it. I'm gonna isolate. I'm gonna do a film study on Butler, see how he's running his route. Look at the all 22, and see what's going on with his game. You know, I know he's gonna get like 2 or 3 plays to shine, you know, a week. So I'm just gonna really dive down into Butler's his release, his route, and how he runs at the top of his route, how he comes in and out of his breaks. I'm really gonna look at it. I'm really gonna dive into Butler and see, you know, what he's doing opposed to Terrence T. Will, you know. Because T. Will is the type of guy, that's my guy, man. That's my brother from another mother. He's the guy that as soon as you start counting him out, oh, wow, there, look at T. Will catching the ball on the side, you know, putting his feet down, sweet feet, you know. That's who T. Will is. 48-0 Dallas. Jason G, if that happened, man, I got you a steak, man. I got you a big steak, man, for that. If that happened, just let me know. Shoot me your email address. If that happened, 48-0, let me know. Man, you would never shut me up, you know. I'm tired of hearing these idiots repeat, we want Dallas, we want Dallas. Yeah, like zombies. You know, the thing is, you admire the things you can't beat, right? Like I said before, the Eagles never won anything. They the only one. We got the most Super Bowls in the entire NFL out of this division, NFC East, and the Eagles have 0. It's funny, but die Eagles die. Die Eagles die, right? The clapper returns. Burn bar Jason G. Clap, clap, clap. Miles Austin, why you're not working for the Cowboys yet? I don't know. I found it funny that the Eagles fans still think that they can prove something by beating us. Yeah, because even if they win this game, right? We 5-5, we can still skate out. And I think if we can get 10 wins, we in the playoff, right? My thing is, what was our philosophy last year, right? We didn't want to have that rest. We didn't want to break. We didn't want to have that time off. We just want to continue to play. And we beat the heck out of I'll keep it PG-13. Beat the heck out of Detroit, and we were showing a little promise with them. And then when we started resting our players the last week of the season, it kind of like threw off that momentum swing. So maybe if we can catch fire like if I'm not mistaken, if you guys can look back at the Green Bay Packers, right? They caught fire towards the end, although they didn't go to the Super Bowl. I think there was 4-6 around this time. They caught fire, right? They start winning, and they the ones took us out. So it's the team that get hot later November and get hot during December and push that momentum through January. We could be hosting the Lombardi Trophy. I think the Giants won 2 Super Bowls, going 9-7. So it is possible. It is possible. Very plausible. Salzar, shout out to you. Knight, 8907. Eagles make the playoff. And they play Dallas first round and take that L. Oh man, would that be? Ooh, that would be nice. You know, Steelers have one more Super Bowl. Yeah, Gavin Roche. I'm talking about collectively, the NFC East division has the most Super Bowls than any other NFL division out there, opposed to the NFC West, the NFC North, you know, or the AFC North or AFC West. NFC East have the most Super Bowls. So I think Cowboys got 5, the Giants have 4, and the Eagles have 0, and the Redskins have 3. That's more Super Bowls than any other division. So I always tell everybody, man, that we are the SEC of the NFL. We beat up ourselves every time. What's up, Law Nation? This is from Rosario. The Packers won 7 in a row before losing to ATL. So it's all about catching that heat, man, catching that fire. If we can catch it at the right time, and maybe if we can catch a little flame, and this is just me speaking, you know, off the books. Maybe we can catch a little flame. Then with Zeke coming, he put a little bit more ignition to the fire, and who knows, man, you know. And trouble's coming to other people too as well. Don't think that everybody's going to just continue to win, you know. Rams got to play the Vikings this week. You know, we're gonna see how that roll out. You know, we're gonna see if really that kid quarterback can pass against a superior defensive-minded team. So we'll see. My man Vonch, what's going on, big dog? That's from Salzar to Vonch, my guy Vonch in the house. Let me see, Jack Walker. You sound like you worked at a smooth jazz station. And I try to be nothing but the best of hits and oldies magic. All right, so I really thank everybody for tuning in. Predictions, right? Who's going to be the starting running back come this Sunday, right? Sunday night. Is it going to be starting off with Morris? Is it going to be D-Mac? Or is it going to be Rod Smith, right? Will Dez have 7+ catches? Will he have over 100 yards? Will Carson Wentz connect to any of his wide receivers? Will Ertz or the other tight end be a threat for us? Will we stop their tight end? Will Byron Jones get another pick? Right? This is things that we really probably need to happen. We need Woods to show up. We need Jordan to step it up, because he was close, man. He played pretty good against number 11 last week. I was looking back at some of his film. He did pretty good. He was kind of like almost close to picking some passes off. It was just like Matt Ryan was needling the ball right in the right fingertip areas of the passing routes, and it looked like Jordan was hip pocket. Lewis was right there, but just not all the way. Score prediction. You know, I got us losing this game, believe it or not, man. I got us losing. I got us scoring only 17 points, and the hated Eagles scoring 31. I got us coming in at 5-5, and I got us going on a win streak from there, and figuring out a way. I think we end out at 10-6 basically throughout the season. Somehow, some way, this game we lose. It's going to be another eye-opening, and we figure out a way to win and rebound. It's just one of those things where the stars and the moons are aligned for the Philadelphia, the filthy Eagles, however you want to call them. I sure hate to say that. I have faith in my boys. You know, I trust the process, but you can't win them all. And hopefully, I'm 1,000% wrong, but I just really think that we're gonna lose this game for somehow, some way. I just figured out that way. But in order for us to win this game, we must run the ball, and open up play action and maybe some spunky plays. That's the only way, you know. Similar to what I picked. So, Law Nation, I predict 35-14 Seagulls. You know, I think we need a look. We lost against Atlanta, and we had our excuses with we blamed the left tackle. We blame some people. I heard some people blaming that Dak can't put the game on his shoulders. I heard all those things, right? But sometimes we need another punch in the face, you know, at home, you know, so it can really resonate down through everybody, and maybe it can shake up. And you know, people play when you know for sure that you can't lose another game. You play differently. And I think that we go ahead and take this L now, right? And we just give them the L towards the end. I don't think that the Eagles are going to be this 15-1 team. I don't think they're going to win it all the way out. You know, they got some teams they got to play down the line. You know, 27. Who is this? Cowboys abroad. 27-20 Cowboys. You know, That would be nice. That would be nice. If we lose, it'll be on the defense. I think the O-line will play better this game. Knight 8907. I think before 2015, I think that I really think that the record shows that Jason Garrett very, very, very rarely loses more than 2 games in a row. As his tenured here. Believe it or not, somehow he get his team to play up to par when they lose big. So we'll see though. It's just one of the things. Awuzie, this is from Cowboys Abroad. Awuzie is playing safety or corner. I think he's going to play safety. He's going to fill in for Jeff Heath. I think Jeff Heath is going to be in the concussion protocol situation. So I don't think he's going to play. My Cowboys family, guys, go out and check his and support his channel. Does live streams. I know my guy Vach Lombardi. He was telling me about my Cowboys football family if he's still in the house. What up, Barry B? Love what you're doing back law. Yeah. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate the salute to you, man. I'm finna wrap this thing up, guys. I'm getting a little tired and drippy eyes, but I'm really gonna try Taco. You crazy, Night 8907. We're gonna wrap this thing up, but I really want to tell you guys, I'm gonna look at Bryce Butler film. If I have a little bit more juice, I can fill in and do Bryce Butler film. Let's see if he's really somebody we need to lean on. I think he's in a contract year, right? He's in a small mini baby contract year. I'm thinking that's why he's balling. No, he's not balling. He's catching balls when it's needed, and he's getting bad calls from the refs. Story of a different day, right? Take it easy, Law. Shout out to you, Roy, man. Follow me for a long time. X Factor. If we win this game somehow, no doubt we will win. Get back to back. Yeah, Sleazy, DJ. How are they gonna fix this offensive line situation? Yep. Run towards the weak side and these reps in. Sign the guy. Be sure that it's gonna be able to be out there. But guys, I really thank everybody for tuning in to the Law Nation channel. Go support people that put out Cowboys content. Spend my time. I really thank you guys for yours. Remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Salute.